All right, guys, we're gonna get started. So again, I'm gonna, for those people that just arrived, a couple of just housekeeping items. Please silence your cell phones and be respectful. I'm getting directions here. Be respectful of everything in this place. I want to give a huge shout out to GitHub for letting us be here. So yes, and you can go in the back. We will be live streaming on the videos in the back. If you want to get up and walk around, you're more than welcome to. And you'll be able to still see everything that's going on. Bathrooms are to the right, and here are your challenges. So meet 5 people that you didn't meet before. If not, I will check. So how many people right now have met somebody they've never met before? All right, Lauren. All right, so my challenge is if every hand isn't up in between stuff, then we're gonna play musical chairs. And you're gonna have to move around and get out of your comfort zone, because that's when you succeed and you grow. So bathrooms, trash. The GitHub has been amazing to let us use their facility and their people. Shout out to all of the people back there in the control room that are able to run all of this stuff for us in AV, and food, beverages and stuff are also back there. So please help yourself, but also be respectful. I'm a Girl Scout and both of my brothers were Eagle Scouts. We leave this place better than it was when we found it.
All right, guys, thank you so much for coming and making it. I'm blown, because when we started, the idea was just to do a 100-person event, and we ended up with 500 registrations. I don't know how that happened. We only posted it once on Meetup. That's it. And then eventually we did another one on LinkedIn, but by that time we already had like 350 registrations. So I really appreciate taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know there's other stuff going on during RSA, but instead you decided to come here, and that really means a lot to us, because we're a community and that's what we're trying to build. So with that, I'm going to tell you a little bit more of what we do and who we are. So first of all, my name is Marco Palacios. I'm the president and co-founder of Pacific Hackers Association. And before we start, I'll hand it back to Jen, because that's her slide, and she cannot say it better than me. So here you go.
No, I can say it better than him. So he's a little bit sheltered and quiet about this slide, but we need to be very, very succinct with this message. I call it the no assholes. Leave your logos at the door. Leave your attitude at the door. This is a community. We all have the same 86,400 seconds in a day. We get to choose who we spend them with and what we do with them. This is a community, and we will not accept anything outside of this zero policy law.
And so who we are, what we do, what is our mission? So first of all, we are the only hacker nonprofit. And prove me wrong, because you can go to the IRS website, search for all the nonprofits out there. There's 102 with something hacker on it, but no one else is doing hacker stuff, which building a community, teaching, hacking skills, things that are relevant. We're not cyber, we're hackers. And that's why when I talk to people, I said, there's a hacker in every single one of you. All that means is you just have to think differently. We're problem solvers, right? We love challenges, right? So when we decided to take on this mission, we're on a mission on fixing the issues in cybersecurity. Number one, diversity. We want more women in the field.
It's so good to see so many women in here.
Yes. More people of color, right? We also want to, fix education. The education system. We know there's already a lot of programs out there in schools, but to be honest, I've seen it. When they graduate, they're not ready to go into the workforce. And that's the reason why there's a lot of issues, hiring talent, because the schools are not teaching the rest of. That's why they come to us. That's how I did it. And I always like to tell my story, because I want you to do or happen to you what happened to me. I did not create Pacific Hackers. There was another person who did it. His name is Rod Soto. And I started attending these meetups. After that, I already had a master's and everything, but I wasn't ready to go into the workforce. So I started attending Pacific Hackers. When I was ready to do my first presentation, my boss was there. 5 days later, that was my interview, because 5 days later I got hired, and I've been with the company for 5.5 years. So that means that's when I really thought like this could go above and beyond, and that could happen to you. So if you come to my meetups, which happens every month on Saturdays, and I'll talk about it later, we don't offer food, we don't offer beer, we don't, we're a poor nonprofit. So that means you're only coming to get the knowledge, not to get the food. So that's the reason we do what we do. And also, I mean, one of the issues we're fixing again is the HR part of it, because when you go there, you can make connections. Just like Jen said, you have to meet 5 people by the time you leave, right? You don't know who you're gonna be right next to. I can tell you already, because I know a lot of people already, you're sitting by very important people. You just have to go out there and ask, like, what you do. Tell me about yourself, and start the conversation, okay? Second, before you do woo-woo.
Nope, I was just saying 5. Don't.
Okay. And again, we also trying to emphasize on veterans and underrepresented communities, because that's where I belong. I'm a veteran. I'm also underrepresented community. So if I have veterans in the house, thank you for your service.
Okay, woo-woo! Raise your hand if you are one. Raise your hand if you are one. A veteran.
I know. So again, we have the meetup every month, right? And we've been very successful at it. We've been doing it for the last 7 years. Our next meetup is going to be on May 18, Hacker Dojo in Mountain View. We're currently doing it at South Bay, but soon we're going to start doing it in the city, because a lot of people have been asking for it, and we're going to do it. The reason, and I'll tell you the reason why we have not done anything in SF, because prior to the pandemic, or when Pacific Hackers started, there were a lot of hacker communities or meetups in the city, and there was none in South Bay. So we said, well, we're just gonna take over South Bay, and we did. After the pandemic, everybody left, and we stay. And now SF doesn't have anything. And when we do events, we're it. So after Visa San Francisco, there's nothing else but us. So that's why we're gonna try to come to the city, go to East Bay, target those markets, right? So you can also enjoy what we do in South Bay. We do a lot of collaborations in the Bay with OWASP and WISIS. Those are very successful events, because we bring both of the communities. OWASP has a very specific community, right? They're application security minded. Our community is hackers, right? Everything, right? Jack of all trades and a master of none, right? So when we merge this, it's very successful. So we have a good crowd. We also have, in case you didn't know, we have a conference. This year is going to be the 5th year anniversary. It's going to happen on November 2nd. Currently, it's going to be a Hacker Dojo. But yeah, we're going to celebrate. It's going to be on Dia de los Muertos, which is a Day of the Dead. And so what we're going to be doing, so Easter egg, we're going to be doing a altar for all the hackers that has passed, like Amy Mitnick. And we're going to honor them, because, it's the Day of the Dead, and they're going to be there. So it's going to be Dia de los Hackers. So, and in case you didn't know, we were at B-Sides. We had a great table. So for the ones who show up, thank you so much. It was great. And today's not the last event we have. So tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be running the Dark Arts Village. And I have some of the members here that been supporting for the last 2 years. And yeah, again, we're very busy. We're trying to come up with content. We try to build this community, and I think we're doing a great job. So with that, I'm going to pass it on to Jen to explain you about our cool badge that we have over here, but it has a lot of meaning. So I'll let her explain more about it.
So just to reiterate, this is a community. Look right, look left. My next challenge to everybody is when you come into any meetup, when you come into here or anything that we do, have in mind 2 ideas that you're bringing to the table and 2 takeaways that you'd like to learn before you leave. And if you come in with those 2, it's not a very high expectation, but it'll set a goal. Because again, this is a community. This isn't about us. Us is bringing all of you together and teaching the next generation. So you'll hear me say it a lot. Alone, we're all strong. Together, we are unstoppable, literally. But it takes more than one person. So going into the badge. So, okay, so the bear. The bear on this, of course, so we're Pacific Hackers, right? So the bear is a Pacific bear. But it's a mama bear. And who do you not fuck with is a mama bear. So the green at the bottom is the grass. Everybody starts at the ground. We have a 0 to hero policy. People get like scared of joining, security, IT, anything, because it's overwhelming. There are so many areas that they can go into, so many branches, and they're just literally fearless or fearful. My first coding class, I was like, I put it off and put it off and put it off, was Visual Basic. And I had to get it to get my degree. And so I finally took it. And as soon as I learned the power of an if-then statement, I could rule the world. So that grass is where you start. The forest is where you start to climb, because you have to see the forest, or you have to see the trees through the forest. And then you go up the mountain, because you have to climb. And that's how we all get through this together, right? It's a buddy system, have everybody, community, everything, because it is a challenge. This isn't an easy world that we live in, and we can't do it alone, but we can do it together. So as you climb up, we've got the unity, which is the rainbow. We've got the white hats, which is the snow. We've got the purple hats, the blue hats. Of course, we got to support the ladies with the bow and the red hat and the black hat. And then the sunglasses are not shaded completely, because we are the ones that have to see through to find the truth. So there's a lot of meaning behind this badge, and a lot of thought went into it. And but it really is the mission of what we're doing and why we're here.
Thank you. So, I mean, we don't have, we just started this nonprofit about 3 years ago. So there's a lot of things that we have to work on. One of the things that we currently don't have is almost like a benefits or membership, right? So we just decided to call it a supporter badge, and that's how we were gonna get, some type of support. And this is a year-round badge because, first of all, what's inside, it's a CTF. Also, what's on the outside, in order to light this up, you have to connect with people who has the other badge in order to light the shield. And what's inside, it's a CTF that you have to, when we make now that we have our CTF, it's gonna give you extra points if you have this badge. Obviously, you have to solve the challenge. So it's not like, oh, here's the badge, now give me the extra points. No, it doesn't work that way. You still are a hacker. So you have to solve it first and then kind of go from there, okay? So again, this is just the way you can support us. We also have merch over there. We have different designs that I've been creating, and people are actually liking it. So thank you for the support. Again, we're a community, so please join our Discord, because this is a community that we're trying to build. And that's where we do job postings. This is where if someone has a question on something, this is where we are going to learn from each other. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'll say on the Discord real quick. And on the Discord, feel free to communicate with each other. It highly encouraged. Alone, we're all strong. Together, we're unstoppable. If you have a question about something that you're dealing with, or a new program, or something that you haven't even heard of, put it on there. Somebody will pick it up. And then my ask is that if there's somebody that puts something on there and you have the answer it.
So now let's talk about something that we just started like a couple of months ago. I told my team, it's time for us to make our own CTF. We've been using someone else's before and we appreciate it, but I think it's time to do our own. So I would like to invite Max and Alevsky to come over. I see Max, so I don't know where Alevsky is. Maybe he's hiding for a reason. So anyways, these are the masterminds of DCTF. So this year, we were just pushing. Oh, here it comes. We keep pushing and pushing the CTF, and finally we got something, and then we got the awesome opportunity to have a partner in this CTF as well, and that's Google. I'm gonna have Darren to join us because in this CTF, so there's like two parts of this CTF. One, the ones that we built, the other one that Google created for this amazing product. And I always like to tell the story. People who knows me knows that I'm very transparent. I was telling them when I saw their products, like when I saw in 2019, that was RSA's Years of the Sim. They came up with this product called Chronicle. And I was hoping to get more out of it, and it was just not there. And I saw it a couple of months ago, and I was blown. So it's like, this is almost like a cyber range. So let's add it. So and yeah, so they actually accept, and yeah, that's why they're here. So Darren.
Hey, everybody, we're happy to be here. Thank you for inviting us. I've got some of my peers. Dragos is here. Sam is here. Grant and Netta just started. Oh, Netta. Sorry. Grant took off. I don't know. He's hiding somewhere, but we're around. We can help out, answer any questions. So we're just really excited to be here.
And so the CTF is going to be played on the back. And again, for every player, we're going to hand out Titan keys. So that's aside from actually winning. The winner is going to receive Google credits. Am I correct? Yes. Google credits. So Google is going to sponsor the prizes. So thank you. All right. And just to finish this up, also we have a lockpicking village in the back. We didn't really announce it, but yeah, we have lockpicking stuff. So you're into that, please help yourself. Again, we need your help. And it's not all about money. It's also about spreading the word, telling people who we are, what we do. Referrals. If you know someone who wants to start, in cyber or, tell them, because we're not teaching cyber, we're teaching hacking. So just there. If you are hiring, please let us know that you're hiring and we'll send you people. We already place people in, different government agencies, different corporations. So we're going to continue that until everybody is in the cyber force. Sharing knowledge. If you would like to speak, I can tell you that a lot of people that has come through Pacific Hackers, whether it's the meetup or the conference, they're already speaking at other conferences such as RSA, Black Hat, DEF CON. And, this is just a platform for you guys. So if you want to start your career in public speaking, this is a good opportunity. As a matter of fact, Max and Alevsky, they're going to represent Pacific Hackers and the Dark Arts Village at RSA. So they're going to be speaking on Thursday at the Sandbox stage. So congrats, guys. And last but not least, this is how you get a hold of me. And again, I'm reachable by email, LinkedIn, and same thing for Jen. And once again, thank you to all our sponsors, and thank you GitHub for hosting. It was very hard to find a place in San Francisco with a 2-month preparation. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Probably next year we're gonna go bigger and a whole day event. So, but we're gonna start planning now versus instead of 2 months. So it just doesn't work that way. So
Look at everybody.
yeah, you're here and we're making it. So thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for all the presenters that are gonna speak tonight. And yeah, have fun and.